Alright, so I'm going to call this assignment 1, even though we've had a few. That's the name of it. So it's about finding triads, specifically 1, 4, 5 triads within a scale shape and in any inversion or root position. So basically, you're going to take the scale shapes you know, and make sure you know them, duh. But after that, find out where your 1 chord is at in your shape. So can you play it in root position? Can you play it in first inversion? Can you play it in second inversion? So in our pinky shape, I can play a 1 chord triad. It's kind of cool sounding, it's dirty. I'm going to use that for specific things, but not a lot of things probably. From there, to find your note to invert it, you can use octaves, you can use note names, you can use a lot of things, scale degrees, scale tones, or chord tones, etc. But after you've played root position, remember, inversion is taking the bottom note and putting it on top. So first just find your octave of the bottom note. And you should know that shape. It's in your pinky shape. So now we're going to take that and put it on top, so we have maybe a little fun in there somewhere. And then from there we have mi, sol, do. Next inversion, we're going to take mi and put it on top. Easy way to find it is inversion, or octaves. Now we have sol, do, mi. Used all the time. Doesn't matter where you're at, if you're in the key of D, back up to E. So that's root position, first inversion, second inversion. And then yeah, lastly we could do it in root position again in this case. Or no, we can't. Why? I'm glad I made a mistake. We have 3 and 5 on the same string. So therefore we're out of luck. I could play out of the root third and the octave of the root, but it's not a complete triad. So then take your 4 chord and your 5 chord and do the same thing. There again, a lot of tools in your bag. I would probably go with solfege. It's I think the easiest. What is a 4 chord? Starts on the 4th scale degree, do, re, mi, fa. From there you skip every other note, fa, la, do. Where is fa, la, do? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, do. There's our 4 chord in root position in our pinky shape. So there we go, our 1, 4, 5 is soon to happen. But fa, la, do, how do we invert it? We take a lot of tools, but one is use the octave shape. So now I know where fa is. Remember it was fa, la, do, now it's la, do, fa. So, and of course, got to be rhythmic, always. After you've learned the material, then that's it. It's time to make music. Same thing with our, well, what else we have? Fa, la, do, fa. And there again, I can use my octave shape. And then I get our classic D shape. And I have, what do I have? I'm lost. Fa, la, do. I have do, fa, la, and your pinky shape. And hence our D chord shape that we play this way when it's open. But it came right from our pinky shape. Added a passing tone. But so we had root position of a 4 chord, fa, la, do, la, do, fa, la. So it's still a 4 chord, right? So if I was an A, well, if I'm at the 1 chord down here. Probably might make it easier and do something like 5 chord. I'm going to leave that for you. It give you a hint. You're going to start on 5. There's sol. From there, you're going to need to name the chord, sol, ti, re, and play if you can. Remember, sometimes you cannot finger something within a shape, and so you lose the option of that particular either root position or inversion that you're trying to do. A good example was what we were just doing. Is if I want a 1 chord in my 2/4 shape, I can't do a root position in my 2/4 shape. I would need to switch to my pinky shape because mi and sol are not on the same string. But in this case, we're trying to stay within one shape, not switching around to accommodate the needs at the moment. And so 5 chord, we have sol, ti, re, and you have to find out, where sol is. You can stay in your shape, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. There's your ti, your do, and guess what? Re are on the same string, ti and re. Can't play a 5 chord root position triad in your pinky shape, period. So what can you play? So I already gave away half of your answer there, or a third of it. On your 5 chord, we just discovered in root position we can't do it. Sol, because ti and re are on the same string. Now you can take one of those and find an octave down or up, but that's a different assignment. We're trying to play root position, inversion, and second inversion triads for a 1 chord, 4 chord, and 5 chord. And so I've done a lot of your pinky shape. You want to take that to your 2/4 shape, and I've already given you some of that answer on your 1 chord. Arpeggios all day, but you lose that option. You have to find out where you can do it in root position and know that's where my starting point is for a 1 chord in root position. But who's to say in first inversion, I'm giving you the answer, but I kind of feel like there's some theory involved. So our 1 chord in root position we can't do. We'll go figure on our first inversion. If we start on 3 and 5 are still on the same string. Can do arpeggio, sure. So it turns out we're in second inversion in our 2/4 shape before we can play any version of a 1 chord. Now we have do, or sol, do, mi, which is mostly played like that, but we're just talking triad, and that's it. So 1 chord in our 2/4 shape, can't even do it in root position in this octave. We'll get to the next octave. In root position, can't be done. First inversion, still can't, because 3 and 5 are on the same string. And then lo and behold, second inversion, sol, do, mi is our first one chord that we can play it in our 2/4 shape just as a triad. So again, you're going to take that and then say, well, okay, what's after, second inversion goes back to root position. There again, take the lowest note and put it up an octave. Then you take your 2 existing notes and you get that. So finish it out for the 1 chord. Can you do anything else as far as an inversion? Write the shape out. Write the 2/4 shape on a piece of paper and write out whether it's a root position or a inversion or second inversion of all of these things. So back to your pinky shape, piece of paper, root 3/5. That's root position, 1 chord triad. The next frame, first inversion, that's the shape. Second frame, etc. If you can't make the shape because 2 notes are on the same string, right in there, somewhere, cannot do this, whatever that is, because T and Re, for instance, are on the same string. And then next frame, back to what can be done next. Do that for your 2/4 shape, 1 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, and do that in your index shape, which you're going to find, in a lot in this shape, that a lot of the same notes of the chord tones of the triad are on the same string. So give that a try. Write them all out so you know the shape. Let solfege answer all of the questions. So even if you're on guitar and you're stuck, just put it down, get the piece of paper out, draw out the shape, say what solfege am I looking for, know it, and then say, yeah, that can't be done, this can. Write the shape out, put it on the table, look at it, and do it. Because in Jack and Diane again, really want you to see that you're playing triads. Some of them are in root position and some of them are in inversion. Beginning of the tune, root position, goes to a 5 chord in the first inversion, because that would be root. And to know, then that's a great thing, because in any song you're going to go from a 1 to a 5, guaranteed. And a 4 chord. And if you played the 4 chord in the same inversion, that would work. And you could actively know, I'm not even going to change chord shapes because sol is right here. I have the shape in my hand. 5 and 4 are both major. 5 is a whole step from 4. If I just slide that down, I'm on my 4 chord. Even though it's played this way in second inversion. So give all that a try. We're going to want to get the metronome out at some point and start 1-4-5ing all over the place, but I'll come up with an assignment once you're able to find all of these things easily and play them. Peace.